perfect to get fired. We're broadcasting live from on Facebook, on YouTube, on Ustream. Before we get started, I just want you to know when things go wrong, don't go with them. So if we lose our internet connection or anything, don't you worry. We'll be right back with you. First of all, I would like to acknowledge all the dream owners that are in this room with me right now. Please give them a hand. Today is the beautiful, powerful, magnificent Ona Brown's birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ona. Happy birthday to you. So tell us, who are you? Why are you here? What does it mean to be a dream owner?
My younger brother is making me work on my birthday. I just want to have fun. But anyway, I am a speaker. I'm a speaker coach. I'm a trainer. I'm an author. And I'm a message midwife. And I am excited because one of the things that I love doing is being able to connect with other dream owners and help them to see how we can support each other and collaborate with one another. So everyone that's in this room, I know you were invited because someone saw something special in you or someone saw the value of who you are and what you're bringing to the world. And the name of my company is World Impact Now, which is WIN. And I'm just grateful to be able to be surrounded on such a wonderful day of celebration and love and gratitude. I'm in such gratitude today for being blessed with a brand new year and an opportunity to make a better difference in the world before I leave here. So thank you all for sharing this moment with me. Am I good enough,
That is very good. And we have a couple of questions for you, Ona. And feel free to try to stump her here. Okay. Tell me, Ona, in this past... We are streaming live. Say hi to the people out there.
You feel real streamy. Hi, how are you? Wish you could have made it. Wish you could have made it. Okay.
Ona, right now, on your birthday, what's your dream?
What's my dream? To see more people actually owning their dreams, to see more people getting away from fear and limitation and depression and lack and all the things that are holding us back from being who we were designed to be. So that is my dream, to have dream owners rise up and to actually collaborate. I see us being together like super friends, uniting. And what one can't do, maybe the other person can do. And one person's strength is another person's weakness or areas of challenge. But we can all be so powerful together.
And what can we do to help you live your dream or to own your dreams more? What can we do?
What can you do to help me own my dream? Just continue to shine your light brightly in a magnificent way. We're also going to pass a little hat if you want to make a donation because we're going to be contributing to various non-for-profits. Like one of the non-for-profits that one of my dear friends is here called the Love Celebration.
Where is he? Bring him up here.
Okay, let's bring him on up to the front. Tell him about the Celebration of Love, Mr. Van Brown. He's a relative from the Bahamas.
Good evening. Yes, Celebration of Love was founded because I grew up in one of those rough and tough neighborhoods, seeing all the negative images, gang violence, drug dealers, and so I wanted to have something to counteract those negative images. The Celebration of Love basically is we go into the neighborhood with our resources, talents, and gifts, and we literally create heaven. Groceries, giveaway baskets, but more important is valuable information like financial advisors, nutritionists, motivational speakers. So we want them to capture that dream as kids. And we don't want it to be snuffed out by the negative images around. So we come into these neighborhoods and we
love on them.
Love on them, and we create that light.
Yes.
So like she said, if we shine brighter, then it gives them permission to do the same. So and the Celebration of Love is not specifically for the Bahamas, but we go there every year, but we want to go all around the world. Wherever it's needed, we want to be there.
Wow.
I
love it. What inspired you to do that? Or what's the biggest challenge you had to overcome in doing that?
What inspired me to do that? I mean, I grew up being one of those kids in that neighborhood, coming from a huge family. My father stretched his hand as far as it went, and we still lack certain things, but what kept us was he was very protective and made sure that we kept out of trouble. But I saw my friends who weren't so fortunate. The street life called them and the addiction called them. And so I saw friends literally dying because of lack of information and structure. So I wanted to create something that not only provides structure, but gives them another alternative, another idea. Because I think the most powerful thing on earth is an idea. Before anything is formed, it's an idea in the person's mind first. So if we can attack the mind as a kid, then they will dream, as far as we would take them.
Right.
So that's the goal. The goal is to spark. So we lure them in with the gifts and the groceries and all that stuff. But the real,
it's a bake with a better twist.
the real thing is to attack the mind. So when we come in, we ask them, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" If they want to be an astronaut, we put them in an astronaut costume and we take a picture of them, and then we give them that picture to take home so they can dream and keep dreaming.
Wow. So what's your name?
Van Brown.
Van Brown. Everybody say Van Brown.
Van Brown.
Own your dream.
Own your dream.
We just want to go around the circle and let you all know all of the quality people. If you all got an invite, you might have seen OQP. What does that stand for?
Only quality people.
Only quality people. So we have a lot of quality people in this room right now.
And quality means we're not umu-shishi, sadiddy people. We mean quality as in positive, loving, kind, good, and making a difference in the world. So that's quality people to us.
Yes, indeed. So please introduce yourself, another quality person here. How many of you all know that the youth, they're important?
Yes.
And there are only a couple of people that know how to reach them in an effective way. Well, we've got one of them. What's your name?
Victor Palomares.
Victor Palomares?
Yes.
Okay.
Sound better than I said it.
I'm going to have to bring you with me.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you kindly.
Victor Palomares. I'm a school teacher. I was a kindergarten teacher for 8 years. And the last, over here, hi guys. We're going to cut the cake for you. Okay. I was a kindergarten teacher for 8 years and a high school teacher the last 6 years. But I'm also a youth speaker, so I go to different schools and I really promote self-esteem, self-image. And the reason I'm driven to do that, when I was in elementary school, my father overdosed. He didn't really make the right decisions and have the right associations, and it was tough for me. I was ambitiously bad, and it wasn't until a mentor grabbed my hand and really gave me that tough love, and I got into playing baseball and working out and stuff like that, and also people giving me books and just me being embarrassed to read them, and I would read them when no one was looking, and now here I am at 37 years old. I traveled around and spoke just recently at the Edward Jones Dome where the Rams play, and just really talking to these kids' hearts and inspiring them to read, lead, dream, and believe. And if they do that, they'll achieve. So, my father OD'd on bad things. I'm, looking to help kids OD on PD, personal development. And so, that's what drives me. That's what inspires me. And just grateful to be here. New friend to new friend. I was looking at your name, and it really stands for optimism, non-negotiable abundance. And it's just something special. You can definitely feel the energy here, and just their smiles that they have. And it's unfortunate. Right down the street, there's 20,000 kids that are homeless, just around here, the surrounding area. And who's really reaching for their hand and maybe handing them, your father's book or a Think and Grow Rich or The Slight Edge or certain books that really can capture and catch their tears and their fears instead of people just going out there and having beers, and so, that's really what drives me, and I am going to own it. For many years I didn't think I was worthy of it, but for, with people like you and just kind of grabbing me and just saying, you matter, you have a heartbeat, and you're here for a reason. That's why I'm up here on the top with you guys. But we got to grab more people down there and bring them with us. Thank you so much. Peace. You're invited next year.
Owning your dream.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, lead us.
So you lead.
Okay, what's your name again?
Victor.
Victor?
Victor.
Say Victor.
Thank you for owning your
Okay, I'm
dream.
sorry. We're supposed to say thank you for owning your dream. 1, 2, 3. Victor, thank you for owning your dream.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Hold on 1 second. I just want to say that whenever you can turn owner's name into a speech without us catching you, you're a bad boy. Whoa, hold on. What is owner's name for again?
Optimism, non-negotiable abundance.
Woo! Optimism
And non-negotiable abundance.
abundance. Optimism, non-negotiable abundance. So, raise your hand if you're optimistic tonight. Okay. I think it's so powerful not to just see the people in the room, but to get to hear the stories behind the dream owners. And so we have another person. Please come on up and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Brittany Bell. I am new to Los Angeles about 4 years, but I'm so grateful to have met Ona today. Happy birthday. It is really inspiring to hear her name. Ona Dream is so fitting. For me, my dream is just to be able to set a standard for young women and to impact young men, because it goes hand in hand. And for young women, a lot of times we're so narcissistic, we're so into the beauty and the vanity, and that's not the only thing that we represent. So for me, going to Miss USA and being a representative of Arizona, I was Miss Arizona USA 2010, and coming out of that and wanting to fulfill a purpose was very important for me, because it's not just about the light, the camera, the action, and the beauty. It's about setting an example for the youth and for the current people, because if I stand strong as a young woman now, the men of now and the older men and the younger men, they all have to respect that, and they understand how to do that. So for me, my dream is to fulfill that purpose of setting a standard for the young women to understand they don't have to compromise. And in doing that, along the path of my dream, is something that I've just created with a partner of mine. It's called the Give a Kiss Foundation. How many people have been hurt as a kid and got scrapes on their head and went to their mom or their dad and said, "Can you please?"
Yes.
Everybody, you know, well, what happens? You get a kiss and it makes it better. So for us, we made the Give a Kiss Foundation, and what it does is it serves cancer patients going through chemotherapy that are losing every aspect of their hair, sometimes their eyelashes, or parts of their body, men, women, and children. And we go in there, we give them hand massages, foot massages, facials, all through the organization Face in the Mirror that we've partnered with. And the Give a Kiss Foundation is giving a kiss to cancer. And in the future, the dream is to campaign it so big that it will be just head by celebrities and different people, and just the emotions of people who have been affected. How many people know somebody that's been affected by cancer? Everyone can probably raise their hand. And so we really want to start with cancer and own out, give a kiss to veterans, give a kiss to domestic violence, give a kiss to the youth, give a kiss to everything. And that is my dream. It's getting fulfilled, and there's so much more behind it. So thank you for letting me speak about my dream.
She is so beautiful, and so we want to support her in however we can in her vision. So let's go ahead. Tell us your name again.
Brittany.
Brittany, let's say.
1, 2, 3.
Brittany, thank you for owning your dream.
We are very corny like this. This is how we understood our birthdays. And so Ona had a dream one time of meeting someone, a great world leader that we just lost. And I want her to tell the story of how she was able to do this. Could you please tell us what your dream was? You know the story that I'm referring to, and leading up to that, please.
Are you talking about the Honorable Nelson? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you a trip. Okay. So I had a vision. One of my friends was telling me that a delegation of ministers was leaving from Chicago and going to South Africa. And I said, I want to go. You ever heard someone say something and then your spirit leaps and you said, that's me, I want to do that? So my spirit leaps and I said, I want to be able to go with you. And he said, well, we're going to be leaving in a couple of weeks, so you just need to make sure that you're prepared, because we're staying at a 5-star hotel, and of course you'll need your round trip ticket and all of these things. So I began to do what I needed to do to begin to prepare. Repeat after me: the highest form of faith.
The highest form of faith
Is preparation.
preparation.
So I started preparing to do what I needed to do to be able to go on this trip to South Africa and at Cape Town, South Africa. And as I was preparing, I was making sure that I had all of the things that I needed. But unfortunately, as an entrepreneur, any entrepreneurs in the room? Okay, so entrepreneurs, you know what I'm talking about when I say that it's like as soon as I made a little money, it seemed like the money went out the door. So I would make 2 steps forward, and then it was like 4 steps back, and then 3 steps forward, and then like 6 steps back. So I got to the point where I needed to make a decision because I knew I needed to be able to go, and this was something that my spirit leaped about. And I did not have the funds as of yet, so I did the unthinkable thing. I called Mr. Les Brown. Anybody who knows anything about calling Les Brown for money, especially if you're one of his children, the first thing that he's going to do is tell you that you have a poverty consciousness and that you need to raise your consciousness in order to know that it's possible because we live in an abundant universe. So I went ahead and made the call to him, and it kept going to voicemail. So I decided I was going to fill up all of his voicemails with a message from me. And so he had about 30 messages from me, and he called me and he said, "What is so important? I can't get a message from anyone else but you, so why are you calling me like this?" And I said, "I've got an opportunity for you to be a part of something that will not just change my life, but the lives of those that are yet unborn. And this is going to be an amazing opportunity, and I'm willing to let you in on it if you're willing to participate by bringing the finance, the capital that is required." And he said, "What are you talking about?" So I explained to him I was working to go with this delegation, and this is how much money I need, and thousands of dollars. And he said, "Ona, I believe in you. You can do it. Make it happen. Click." And he hung up the phone. And so then I heard the negative inner conversation. The negative inner conversation just said, "You got too big for your britches. What made you think you could go? You're obviously not prepared. You're not at the level of these other people." And so I started to think, I started to shrink in my own negative thinking. Anybody ever started to shrink with your own negative inner conversation? And so all of a sudden I remember something I used to teach in my workshops, and that is, feed your faith. Let me hear you say, feed your faith.
Feed your faith.
And your fears will starve to death.
And your fears will starve to death.
So I went ahead and ordered the passport. I bought me some dashikis because I thought when I got to South Africa they would be wearing dashikis, but they weren't. And so I did all these things to prepare because the highest form of faith is preparation. And then all of a sudden, the woman called me. I called and found out who the delegation was going with, the travel agent. And I talked to her, and she said there was 1 seat left on the flight. And I said, "That seat is my seat." And so she took my reservation. And then we got ready to get off the phone. I thought she was, she was asking me, "Is that going to be American Express, MasterCard, or Visa?" And I said, "Can I call you back with that?" And she said, "Sure." So I got off the phone. I was so excited because I couldn't believe she took my reservation without any capital. And so I kept praying and believing and fasting and just holding the vision and had my globe, and I would point at Cape Town, South Africa. And then finally, all of a sudden, one of my friends called and said, "Listen, the president of the delegation said that we had more money in our actual budget than we needed, and so he decided to pay for you in full." Wow. Yeah. So I ended up going to Cape Town, South Africa. And while we were there, I started asking people, because I couldn't believe I've made it to Cape Town, South Africa. If I've done this, what else can I do? So I started asking everyone and their mother, "Do you know the Honorable Nelson Mandela? Do you know how I can meet him?" And they're like, "You can't meet him." And I said, "Oh, you don't know how I got here. I don't need to talk to you. Your face is too small." Yeah. So I kept asking, and then finally I found out that he was doing a presentation before, I think, about 30,000 people in this huge dome while I was there. And we were there for the Parliament of the World Religions, where people come from all different types of religions, and they put the barriers down to focus on world hunger and AIDS and poverty, different things like that. And so we got to the actual place where they were getting ready to go in for this this actual event with the Honorable Nelson Mandela. Didn't have a ticket, but we were just standing there. So my friend said, "Why are we standing here? This doesn't make sense. We don't even have a ticket." I said, "Just hold the vision and be quiet. Just hold the vision and be quiet." So we're holding the vision. All of a sudden, I hear this minister, and he says, "Hey, Ona, is that you?" And I turn around, and it's the what's his name, Michael Beckwith. Can you believe that? He said, "I can't believe that's you. What are you doing here in South Africa?" I was like, "I'm just holding the vision. What are you doing here?" He said, "Well, my wife and I, we just came in from Brazil. We're exhausted, and I've got to get on stage to present this award to the Honorable Nelson Mandela. Can you help us get down front because we just are delirious?" I said, "Give me your bags." I became the instant armor bearer. I was like, "Excuse us, excuse us, excuse us, excuse us." So I'm pushing people out of the way. I seated his wife on the front row. I seated next to her. He goes backstage. While he's backstage, he sends some people to come and get me. The woman comes out. She says, "Are you Ona Brown?" I said, "Yes, I'm Ona Brown." She said, "We're going to take you backstage." We get backstage. She said, "There's only about 12 people there. And the Honorable Nelson Mandela has been traveling the entire continent. He's exhausted, so no pictures. But you will get an opportunity to at least say hello to him." So we go backstage. I'm shaking, I'm crying, I'm delirious, and he's addressing the people. And as he gets finished, he begins to come down these steps, and I'm standing by the steps to see him. I want to be the first person to see him. And as he comes down the steps, I said, "Nelson, I love you." And then I realized that was inappropriate because he's a married man. But anyway, he came up and he was so polite and so classy and so just warm and loving, and he just greeted me. And I said, "It's such an honor to meet you." And I'm just, so I was just beyond myself. And he said, "Thank you. It's nice to meet you too." And he gave me a hug. And then as he was getting ready to go, I thought about, you know what, when you have a great dessert, you got to remember to put the cherry on top, right? So the cherry on top was for me to get to the hotel room and call Mr. Les Brown. I got to the hotel, I called Dad. He never answers his phone, but my very nature demanded that he answer his phone. And he said, "Hello, Ona, aren't you in South Africa?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I just wanted to let you know something." He said, "What?" I said, "I just met the Honorable Nelson Mandela." He said, "Did you say anything about me?" I said, "No, for some reason you skipped my mind." So we share that story to let you know that whatever your dream is, whatever you're thinking about, it's never too big for God. And we know that everything that seems impossible is definitely possible if you're willing to take the steps, if you're willing to move from a place of faith instead of your fears, and if you're willing to get out of your own way.
Wow. So what's going to say, Ona? Thank you for owning your dreams. And speaking of servant leadership, international travel, we have the privilege of Ms. Fuqua. Please introduce yourself.
Dr. Fuqua.
Dr. Fuqua, excuse me.
My name is Caroline Fuqua, Dr. Caroline Fuqua. And I have the honor and the privilege of having founded the STARS Foundation. And the STARS Foundation, Singers Taking Action, Reaching Souls. And my husband and I, the late, great Harvey Fuqua, in 1995 founded Singers Taking Action, Reaching Souls, because Harvey was one of the founders of Motown, and all of the people that you've seen and enjoyed, he was directly responsible for training and putting on stage. And if they're still alive, they're still working. This is something that you don't have today. What he did at Motown all those many years ago led to phenomenal entertainment. So in 1995, we decided to start doing that with the young kids in Las Vegas. And we founded the STARS Foundation to make sure that any young person who had the desire, he discovered Marvin Gaye and the Spinners and all these people, and if we ran into young people who had the desire to do this business, it was our responsibility, having done this business. I've been in show business all my life. He, of course, was in it all his life. And we just decided to give back. And so we have now amassed a lot of professional singers and people that you all know, to participate in what we're doing. We have a division called the Light Up Zone that branches out to sports and entertainment and anything computer, IT. So just bring the kids up. If they have a desire, if they have a dream, it is our desire and our dream to make sure that they have an outlet for it. So, Singers Taking Action, Reaching Souls, that is our dream, and we have manifested that. Also, I am an author and a lecturer, international speaker and teacher, and I do what we call circles of light all over the country, all over the world, and that is to make sure that as many people as are interested have a relationship with the divine that indwells them, so that they can know that if they do have a dream, they have the right to fulfill it based on their identification as the image and likeness of God. Thank you.
Dr. Fuqua.
Dr.
Fuqua.
Thank you for owning your dream.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Tell me where you were yesterday.
I was in Hong Kong yesterday. I'll be in Las Vegas tomorrow, and then I'll be in Australia next week. And then I'll be in Egypt the week after that.
Wow.
So yeah, thank you.
Everybody say OQP.
OQP.
Only quality people. There are so many great people in this room right now. I'm sure that we will not be able to talk with everyone, but how many of you all know that one of the hardest type of dreams to own is a political dream? That's tough. It takes, and I'm proud to be the son of a former elected official, but we also have people that are actively engaged right now in the community, and I would like to give them an opportunity.
I already had my interview. More interview. Well, my name is Lila Leon, and I'm currently served as the Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Commerce. I'm a former mayor. Actually began my political career back in 1998, and I was the last mayor of the century, the new mayor of the new millennium. It was 1999 and 2000. And how I started, or how I began, and it's so interesting to hear some of the other people speak, was that I joined an organization called the JCs, and I don't know if you know them. They're all throughout the state of California. They're national. They're actually worldwide. But it's individual growth through community service. It's giving back to your community, and you just become a better person. So that's how I began my political career, was to get involved in my community, give back to my community, and now I'm serving my community, and which I love. And I will continue to do so. We just were elected. Team Lit was Leela, Ivan, and Tina, and we were re-elected last March, so we were there for a 4-year term, and hopefully for many more years. But I want you to tell them, we spoke a little bit earlier about what your name means.
Ona.
Because it's her birthday.
Thank
Tell
you.
them what your birthday.
Okay, so Ona means, it has 3 meanings that I know of, but there's many more. In Swahili, it means to see. In Yoruba, it means the way. In Igbo, it means precious jewel of the king.
So she was born to see in other people the vision, and I thank you for that.
Wow.
So thank you very much. Thank you.
So Layla, right?
Leela.
Let's say Leela. Thank you for owning your dream.
Thank you for owning your
dream. Thank you. God bless you. Let's give her a round of
Thank
applause.
you very much.
God bless you. 2 more. of these,
2 more.
and
2
I'm
more.
ready.
We're good. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Working me, really. Okay.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, that's what a brother's for. So we have Mr. Josh here. Josh, please tell us about what it is that you're doing and owning your dream.
Yeah, so my company is called Value Add-On, and that name has a lot of meaning to me, because I believe in business, in personal life, you should bring value to other people, and you should get rewarded from even with that value. And so what we've developed a platform that allows other people to take their passion, their knowledge, and deliver value to other people through what we call membership sites. They can deliver educational value. So whether it's training videos, audio interviews, articles, that type of information, they can take their information and deliver that online to membership sites and get paid for that. And I'm a big believer in kind of the circle of life and circle of business. providing value to others, and you're getting rewarded. At the same time, helping other people do the same thing by sharing your knowledge and really becoming a role model. And our platform, Value Add-on, allows people to basically be a role model online and share their knowledge and deliver it through a membership platform.
Wonderful. And how long have you been doing that?
So we just launched this company. It's about 8 months old, and we have people that are using the platform and delivering their knowledge all over the internet and all across the world.
Wonderful. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's say Josh. Josh, thank you for holding your dream. Thank you for holding your dream. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Last but not least, Mr. South African himself. I know y'all not signifying on me. Yeah. He said, you know I want to be over here because there's a camera. I'm trying to get out of the shadows, because it might show my gray hair. And I don't play that. I'm just amazed at how old Ona is. First of all, it's humbling. I can't believe that I'm 70 years old. And when I look at Ona, and I was with her the other day, and her hair is completely white. I'm not making this up. You are just like your grandma. You are just like Mamie Brown was 89. She had no gray hair nowhere. She's pinching me. I'm sorry. My mom was like a refrigerator. I can't hold that. But I am so proud of you and what you have done. You look like me without a beard. And just your energy and your consciousness. And you know what, people, when I say this, a lot of people find it hard to believe. But Ona is not only just my daughter and business partner, but she's also my speech coach. And I'll never forget the first time she said, I gave a presentation, she said, are you open to some coaching? So I said, about what? Your speaking. So now she just heard me say, you're never too old to learn and you're never too young to teach. So I said, yes. And I'm thinking to myself, I know she ain't talking about it. And coming up in my face about what I need to do to improve my speaking. And so she gave me some feedback, and it was powerful. And I realized as she was talking to me, I saw the transformation in her facial expression. She went from my daughter to my coach, and I was humbled by that. I never got over that. And she was dead on it, and didn't stop there. She continued. And so there are some people, there is skill set, and there's an intuitive dimension about all of us. And some people are more developed in that area than others. And so you have it, your sister Samir, she does as well, and John Leslie. And I'm just so very proud of my kids and what they're doing. And now we're celebrating your 55th birthday. It's
I'm not 55.
She tried to get a hug, but yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ona. Happy birthday to you. So first, we're so glad all of you are here for this special occasion and celebration. Okay, she's not 55, she's 54. So we're going to be doing the electric slide tonight. Yeah, but you look good. You really, really make up well. I love it. Yes. And so I just want to thank you for being my daughter and making a difference in the world, in the lives of so many people. That's who you are, and that's what your passion is. And you look so beautiful. Doesn't you look beautiful?
Yes.
Come on. All right.
I just want to say, my father, he was supposed to go to John Leslie? Okay. So we go to Japan, I think it was.
I'm going to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong,
Yes.
and he delayed his travel so that he could be here for my celebration, and that means a lot. And I'm just grateful for him. I'm grateful for John Leslie. When I did a meditation to ask, about 30 days ago, where did I want to be to celebrate my birthday, it was very clear that I wanted to be here in Los Angeles, and I wanted to be able to celebrate with some of my former coaching clients, friends, associates, and then people that knew my father as well as knew and were connected with my brother. And so this is a dream come true. It's just a beautiful thing when you have beautiful, loving people around you that make a difference in your lives and creating special moments. If we don't set the intention to create special moments, they're not going to happen for us. And so I'm just very grateful. We went to breakfast this morning. They took me to this amazing place called
Cafe Gratitude.
Cafe Gratitude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was just amazing.
Uh-huh.
We had everything on the menu was like eternal, incredible. I mean, it was like, and I felt like we had a breakfast in heaven, literally. And so I'm just so grateful, and I just want to thank each and every one of you. Even if I don't know you, I just want to thank you for taking the time to get up, shower, put your smell good on, come down here and bless us with your presence. We just love you, and so please hug 2 or 3 people before you leave, and just know that we appreciate you, we love you, and we value you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can I give your friends a gift?
No.
Oh.
We want to do a plug for his website.